What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. So for today's video, it's going to be two patterns that are actually coming from two different patterns that you can make into one pattern. Yeah, you gotta love it. Welcome to Percussion Life. My name is Eric Perez. If you are new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. If you haven't already, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification button just so you can find out whenever I upload these videos. And to all my day ones, thank you so much for all the love, all the support, and seriously, just you guys have just been there, y'all. And as well for the members, there's gonna be some little extra stuff using this video, so please wait for that video. It's gonna be kind of nice on how we can improvise from here. But yeah, this pattern is actually, it's a fusion of funk with some a caballo, and I've heard variations of this before in which that you could actually do two different types of things and they kind of do a call response. But yeah, let me actually play it for you, then I'm gonna break down each one of the patterns and how you could actually make it into one simple groove, and as well just how to flow with it. Some secret sauce here. But yeah, let me show you first the pattern, then we'll break it down. Yeah, that thing can get some groovy. Man, you gotta love it, y'all. You gotta love it. But yeah, first, let me show you what I'm doing. Now for this pattern, again, it's a funk a caballo kind of feel and fusion. So I would suggest first learning how to play a caballo, and I'll try to link a video that I did a while back. But I think it could really help learning the bass feel of this. And as well, I've done funk patterns using that kind of groove as well, so I'll try to find how I've done that before as well, and I'll link it in the video, if not in the description. And but here's the part, we're mixing those two things together, and if you notice, there's two different patterns being played. They sound similar, but they're different because the melody is different. And if you don't have three drums, again, whatever I'm doing on this drum, since I'm only hitting it once, you could just apply it on your main drum. Okay, so don't feel left out, y'all. Yes, you're gonna be missing a little bit of that melodia, but you can use it just on two drums. I'm using three because it really causes the melody to stand out. But first, I'm gonna show one pattern, and then I'm gonna show the other pattern, and then as well how you can groove with those two patterns to make it one pattern. Yeah, kind of craziness. So I'm gonna try to explain this step by step because there's gonna be a portion of this pattern where just so much. I'm talking about so much ghost notes, so much movement. So I'm gonna try to do it step by step for everybody and very slowly. So I start this pattern with doing two opens with my dominant hand on the tumba to my dominant side, and then I do one open to the conga on my non-dominant side. So it's gonna sound like this. after doing that open with the conga on my non-dominant side, I'm going to do an open with my dominant hand on the conga in the center, and then I'm going to do a ghost note or a little fingertip tap with my non-dominant hand, and that follows another open with my dominant hand. So it's going to sound like this. Now I'm letting you know off the bat, that little ghost note is super important. If you don't get that, it's not going to help throughout the whole pattern. Just letting you know, ghost notes are important, especially when you're trying to express a pattern. But to put that together, it's going to sound like this. All right, now for the tough part. And this is the part where there's just a lot of ghost notes, a lot of movement. So each one has its point to help us kind of find the groove. But after doing that open with your dominant hand on the conga, what you're actually going to do is a bass finger movement with your non-dominant hand. And it's subtle. It's just going to go boom, boom, like real quick. Then you're going to do a finger with your dominant hand, followed by a bass with your non-dominant hand and a close slap with your dominant hand. And this actually takes you to the a caballo feel of this pattern. But yeah, to show that, it's going to sound like this. Crazy, I know, but to put that together so you can see how it flows, it's gonna sound like this. Now to finish this pattern, and I know it's kind of crazy that the pattern's done, but this is kind of where we're gonna really see the emphasis on the a caballo kind of rhythm or pattern that we're gonna see. But after doing that close slap with your dominant hand, what you're gonna do is a finger or ghost note with your non-dominant hand, followed by a ghost note with your dominant hand, followed by a bass with your non-dominant hand, and then a close slap with your dominant hand. And then to finish that part, you would just do a ghost note that starts you all over. But to just show you that part, it's gonna sound like this. And I know you're probably like, that just sounds weird. I don't know if that's true or not, but let's play it within the pattern all together, just the whole thing through, and it's gonna sound like this. Aha, sounds like something nice now, right? I know, but to play that pattern all the way through, because after you do that ghost note, you're starting again on the tumba, it's gonna sound like this. Now for the second pattern. And if just here's some secrets. If you learned the pattern already, this second one's going to be a breeze. Super, super easy, because the only difference is this versus they do the same thing. It's just, again, the melody kind of changes and how you're moving already here kind of changes, but it's literally the same. But to show this one, what we're actually going to do is we're going to start off by doing an open with our dominant hand to the tumba on our dominant side, and then an open on the conga to our non-dominant side. So it's going to sound like this. And I'm just letting you know, those two opens are doing the same beat and timing of this. Yeah, kind of crazy. So how we started the other pattern, again, you're just changing the melody and making it, rather than doing this, you're making it this. Yeah, again, this little secrets. After doing that open with your non-dominant hand on the conga to your non-dominant side, it's going to go back to kind of similar. And what you're going to do is an open on the conga, which would have normally gone here. All right, so just again, if we're thinking about that previous pattern, it would have gone right here on this drum. But because we're moving certain places and changing the melody, we're moving it to right here. So what you're doing is an open with your dominant hand, and then what you're gonna do is an open again, followed by a ghost note with an open, and then we're back to that part. If you remember that part with a ghost note open, yeah, that little ghost note's very important. That's where it happens. So it's gonna sound like this. So to put that melody together, it's gonna sound like this. After that, again, you're gonna go back to that bass finger movement and all those ghost notes together. So I'm not gonna repeat that because you just go to that part, but to just hear this melody played all the way through, again, it's doing the same exact thing, same exact starting point. It's gonna sound like this. Man, you got to love it. But again, because we're making this into one pattern, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do one starting out, and then we're gonna do the second pattern to finish it. So to put those two together, it would sound something like this. Do you hear how it's becoming now its own melody? It's like a call and response, just using those two different patterns, now making one kind of holistic groove, all in by itself, man. But when you speed it up a little bit, it ends up becoming just something a little bit better. Man, you gotta love stuff like that, man. And the beauty about these kind of fusions is that you can use it as a variation for a section in a caballo, or again, you can kind of use it for a section in some funk, and it just adds, again, another tool for your weaponry and all that stuff, man. But to play it slowly and counting it, it's gonna sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, right, y'all, really do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know there's just a lot, but I just wanted to kind of do, you know, a double, you know, in one video, and just wanted you guys to try it out, practice it at home, make it your own, add some close slaps, do some stuff, some craziness, man. Make this pattern your own and just go out and be adventurous and try it out in certain things and practice it to make it work for you. But yeah, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a great day.